Hi, Mark Hambrook here from MSA with our weekly update. Today is Friday, July the 12th. This past week we had a few warm days last weekend, but this week has been pretty good. Water temperatures are reasonable and water levels are still good. There were some heavy showers last weekend that brought some of the tributaries up. So anyway, it's been a pretty good week for angling. And we can attest to that because we had our Salmon Classic this past week with 18 anglers. As they came back each day, every pool that they were at, they said they saw fish. So fish were either jumping or rolling, or they hooked one. So I don't know, they might have caught 8 or 9 fish this past week, which was pretty good. Actually, for the number of people, I think it was one of the highest catches that we've had in our Salmon Classic. Because this time last year, most of the cold water pools were closed. It was so warm. So anyway, we had a good week. And verifying that is the DFO traps this week. The numbers are coming in really good. At Millerton, there's roughly 30 gross a day, 8 to 10 salmon a day. So this has been going on in the latter half of this week. So good numbers. On the northwest, they're getting fish every day, but not as many. Only 3 or 4 gross and the odd salmon. So northwest is still not performing the way it should. But the southwest seems to be catching up anyway. It's there's fish in the river and the runs are getting better. And the conditions are still staying good with rain today and more thunder showers and stuff on the weekend. The barrier counts came out this week, and on the Dungarvan, the gross this year is about the same as it was last year, and the number of salmon are up, just like from 34 to 40 salmon. So anyway, a little increase there. On the northwest barrier, the gross are about the same again, but the salmon numbers are down from 84 to 21. So not good. Also in the river, there's still some striped bass around in the tidal portion. They're picking them up in trap nets. The numbers are getting less all the time, but there's still some stripers around. Another thing going on in the river is an increased enforcement presence. We have a DFO detachment in our complex, and there's been fishery officers, some other attachments coming in to help because of the run of fish that's going on. They're putting more protection on salmon, so it's good to see our officers and people coming in to help them out. So that's very good. Coming up for field activities and things on the river, we did receive word this week. We got funding from the Brunswick Wildlife Trust Fund, so our electrofishing program will be going on again. And that starts the end of the month. And we do sites where we check on our stocking progress, where we put little fry in the year before. We go back to see how they're making out. We also check where we took out beaver dams to see if fish got above those beaver dams. So if there's a fry presence there, then we know that tearing that beaver dam out got the fish to where we wanted them to go. And then we couple up with DFO to do their historic electrofishing sites, which gives us a long-term picture of the status on the Miramichi. So that's coming up right away. When the water gets a little bit warmer, we're going to go into all of the cold water pools that we've done in the past, and we're going to evaluate their effectiveness in holding fish. So we spend quite a bit of money to create these cold water sanctuaries. Now we're going to do a follow-up to see how effective it's been. Because we're partnering now with the Quotum, North Shore Micmac District Council, and we have significant funding over the next 5 years to do major cold water pool enhancement work. So before we jump into that, we're going to evaluate exactly what we've done to date. Another activity that will be taking place right away is in a follow-up to our striped bass survey, where we actually found eggs and larvae in the southwest Miramichi and Tavis and Tack, in addition to the northwest Miramichi. We'll be going back with our seine nets and trying to seine those areas to look for now small striped bass. So we want to make sure that if they, even though they spawn, that we actually can find the juveniles there. Our leaper, salmon leaper, came out this week. If you haven't checked it out, there's some good videos on there. An interview with Dr. Tommy Linsari to explain the SAS program, and a lot of other good information. You can click the link on this video, and it will take you to the interview with Dr. Tommy Linsari on the SAS program. All right, have a good coming week's fishing.